Welcome back. To what extent would you go to treat your pet if it were ill or in pain?
Well, a growing number of people here in Colorado turning to marijuana-infused products to make sure their pets feel better. Some even say it's cured them. News 5's Zach THAXTON here in studio tonight with this story you'll only see on News 5.
A study released just last month by veterinarians at Colorado State University found extremely positive results in the use of cannabis extract in treatment of epilepsy in dogs. In the study, the dogs treated with CBD saw an 89% reduction in epileptic seizures. One local dog owner takes it further. She says marijuana extracts have saved her dog's life.
Chloe, it's okay.
6-year-old Chloe was given 6 months to live. That was 6 months ago.
In February, Chloe was diagnosed with a malignant tongue tumor. While she was in the surgery, the vet called us and said, look, there's nothing we can do. We're going to have to remove probably half of her tongue.
SHAWNA KOHL says she was at the end of her rope when vets said Chloe had no hope, running out of options and running out of money.
My fiance happened to be in Denver that day and stopped at a recreational shop and said, we're gonna fight this with CBD and THC.
We even have some people who are giving it to their dogs and they're like, oh no, not for me. Not for me, only for the dog.
Hunter Lamoureux sees customers like SHAWNA every day. 1 in every 5 coming in to discover CBD on North Academy is there for their pets. CBD-infused dog treats and tinctures, THC-free, so none of the stuff that could get them high.
Arthritis, hip dysplasia especially, I say are our 2 most common reasons people are coming in here for their pets.
Many arrive after consulting with veterinarians, Lamoureux says, but not by prescription.
It's not something that we're able to prescribe, but certainly we are here to discuss the latest research and what the information is that we know on it.
Dr. Gabriella Lester at Dublin Animal Clinic says questions about marijuana-derived treatments for dogs have exploded since legalization, but at the federal level, cannabis and its derivatives are still illegal, so vets are barred from recommending it as a treatment.
It would be a nice option to have if that's something that is proven to be effective and safe for pets.
As of July, we're not allowed to recommend any of our cannabis products for anything other than what's on the packaging.
Colorado's pot laws don't give any leeway either. At Marisol Therapeutics in Pueblo West, they too get questions about pot for pets, but their hands are tied.
I have hope for acceptance of other uses of the product as far as with pets or with animals, especially with the CBD products.
Look, you want this? You come over and lay on your bed?
Back at SHAWNA's house, Chloe is back to her old self. Comparison videos show her improvement since taking the tinctures. Her tongue tumor has shrunk and her ability to eat, drink, and gnaw on a bone have turned completely around.
I've got my girl back.
In Chloe's case, SHAWNA includes a THC tincture. Purely experimental and not veterinarian recommended. In fact, dogs are much more susceptible to THC's negative effects and can die from ingesting too much.
The most common signs are incoordination. A lot of pets will urinate very frequently, and they may have a startle response.
Let's go. Get the ball.
SHAWNA admits early on they might have overdone it on the THC with Chloe, but after following recommended dosages and gradually increasing amounts, Chloe is on the mend without any surgery or prescriptions.
I believe that the combination that we did with the CBD and the THC is what saved Chloe's life.
And the cost, compared to vet-recommended alternatives, including euthanasia, fractional.
We spend about $40 to $60 a month.
What do most people do when that arthritis starts getting real bad or the hip dysplasia gets real bad? You go and get your pet put down, which is horrible. So CBD we've found is just a way to extend that quality of life, just a couple of years.
Literally that small amount of money that we are spending per month to maintain it is something that I will do forever.
Now, SHAWNA says she began to see improvement in Chloe about 45 days after first giving her first tincture treatments. Even though veterinarians can't prescribe or even recommend any marijuana-infused product, it is still recommended that you discuss it with them if you're considering it to understand the potential benefits and drawbacks. Always watching out for you. Zach THAXTON, News 5.